Welcome back to Moto Space Channel. In the world of Hollywood royalty, the name Jolie Pitt was once an unbreakable empire. But as we step into 2026, the reality within those mansion walls has shifted in ways no one predicted. One by one, the children are erasing their father's legacy, choosing their own paths, and building a future that is as independent as it is shocking. From legal name changes to secret careers, this is how Angelina Jolie's kids are living their lives today, entirely after Brad Pitt. Maddox the anchor, who is now independent. Maddox Jolie, the first son adopted by Angelina from Cambodia in 2002, has transformed into a mature man at 24. From the beginning, Maddox was the one who changed Angelina's life, becoming the primary reason she dared to walk the path of a single mother before Brad Pitt entered the picture. In 2026, Maddox is no longer just an assistant on his mother's film sets, but a professional deep in the world of biochemistry, following his studies at Yonsei University in South Korea. However, his independence also carries emotional weight. His relationship with Brad Pitt remains frozen since the traumatic 2026 plane incident. Maddox has chosen to build his own world far from the Hollywood spotlight, proving he can stand tall without relying on the famous surname of the father he once admired. Pax Thien, the enigmatic artist behind the lens.
Presenter TV hostess. Pax Thien Jolie, adopted from Vietnam at age 3, has grown into a creative figure full of mystery. In 2026, Pax is solidifying his position in the world of digital art and photography, a field he has explored since serving as a set photographer for his mother's films. Although rumors regarding his secret identity as an artist named MTO were previously denied, the public continues to see Pax as the artistic soul who most rejects excessive media exposure. His life was recently shaken by a serious e-bike accident in Los Angeles, but that incident only strengthened his bond with his siblings. Pax serves as a vivid reminder to the public that the Jolie Pitt children face the same risks as any ordinary person, despite growing up amidst immense wealth and a complex, high-pressure family history. Zahara, the inspiring queen of Spelman. Zahara Marley Jolie continues to dazzle the world with her intelligence and her ability to merge philanthropy with creativity. In 2026, Zahara is completing a major chapter of her education at Spelman College, a prestigious institution for Black women in Atlanta. Her decision to introduce herself as Zahara Marley Jolie, without the Pitt name during her AKA sorority initiation, became a powerful and viral statement of identity. Although Brad Pitt has publicly expressed pride in Zahara's brilliance, the emotional distance between them remains palpable.
Zahara is now focused on her jewelry collection, which supports protection for women victims of violence, reflecting the humanitarian values she inherited from Angelina. She has successfully transformed from a tiny infant from Ethiopia into an empowered future leader. Shiloh, the identity revolution and dance talent. Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie, the first biological child of Angelina and Brad born in Namibia, has reached the age of 19 with extraordinary self-confidence. In 2026, Shiloh officially changed her legal identity to Shi Jolie, a bold move she filed for immediately upon reaching adulthood. Shiloh has always been in the spotlight for her unique style of expression, but now her world is dominated by the rhythm of music and breathtaking dance movements. Viral videos of her dancing show a raw talent that Brad Pitt himself acknowledged as something that brings a tear to the eye. Despite having the talent to go straight to the top of Hollywood, Shiloh chooses to explore her art independently. Her name change serves as a symbol of her desire to no longer be defined by her parents' highly publicized past conflicts. Knox, the towering youngest son. Knox Leon Jolie, one of the twins born in France in 2008, has shocked the public with his physical transformation. At 17, Knox has reached a height that now surpasses Brad Pitt, standing at approximately 185 centimeters or 6 feet, and possesses a striking facial resemblance to his father.
Although he inherited the superstar's visual charisma, Knox remains one of the most private members of the family. His childhood experiences traveling with Angelina to refugee camps as a UN envoy have shaped his worldview into one of empathy and calm. He is rarely seen at red carpet events, preferring to spend time with his siblings in simplicity. Knox represents the side of the family that remains steady amidst the storm, showing a maturity he gained from his mother's fiercely protective upbringing. Vivienne, the secret power behind Broadway. Vivienne Marceline Jolie, Knox's twin, has shown a very serious interest in the world of theater and performing arts. In 2026, Vivienne is actively involved in Broadway productions, even serving as a production assistant for the play The Outsiders, alongside Angelina. Her interest in theater is not just a hobby, but a professional dedication she has pursued with full responsibility from a young age. Like her siblings, Vivienne has begun using the name Vivienne Jolie in her work credits, showing strong family solidarity toward their new identity. Since childhood, Vivienne has shown acting talent, but she now prefers strategic roles behind the scenes. She is proof that the Jolie Pitt creative legacy remains alive, but is translated into a more independent form, detached from traditional power structures in Hollywood. Life without Brad, a total severance.
By mid-2026, it is crystal clear that the lives of Angelina Jolie's children have shifted entirely away from Brad Pitt's orbit. The legal battles that dragged on for 10 years have created a chasm that seems impossible to bridge. The collective decision of the children to drop the Pitt surname one by one as they reach adulthood is a form of final legal severance. Angelina has successfully built a highly independent family structure where a father figure is no longer the center of emotional gravity. For Brad, this reality is his most painful symbolic defeat. Despite his financial glory and eternal fame, he has lost his place in the hearts and identities of his children. This family now defines itself through a single unifying last name, Jolie. Global education and ambition beyond acting. One of the most surprising things about the Jolie kids in 2026 is their life choices, which do not follow the conventional path of celebrity children. Angelina ensured that each child received global educational exposure and strong humanitarian values from an early age. From Maddox studying science in Korea, to Zahara choosing a historic university for Black women, and Shiloh diving into contemporary dance. They do not chase instant popularity through social media or reality shows. Instead, they focus on academic discipline and real skills. Their ambitions seem directed towards social change and substantial self-expression.
This independence is the result of Angelina's commitment not to force an acting career on them, but to give them the tools to find their own unique voices in the world. The psychological impact of a 10-year legal war. Growing up under a media microscope during a decade of legal warfare has undoubtedly left deep psychological scars on the 6 Jolie Pitt children. Knox's silence, Shiloh's legal rebellion, and Zahara's public declaration are different ways of processing that trauma. In 2026, it is clear they have learned that silence and privacy are the most effective forms of self-protection. Their unwavering loyalty to Angelina shows she successfully became a lighthouse amidst a devastating divorce storm. However, the public cannot ignore the sorrow that might be hidden behind their smiles when celebrating big moments without their father's presence. Their lives are a study of how children from a traumatic separation rebuild their sense of security through tight-knit sibling bonds and brave new identities. The future of the new Jolie dynasty. As we look toward the future, Angelina Jolie's children are no longer just shadows of the legendary Brangelina couple. They are individuals, building a new dynasty centered on strength, independence, and integrity. In 2026, their transition into adulthood is complete, and the world must accept that they play by their own rules.
They are a generation that rejects the weight of a famous name if it means sacrificing their mental peace. Angelina Jolie has successfully guided them through the fire of scandal and emerged on the other side as dignified winners. Though their history is fraught with conflict, their future looks bright and full of potential they have earned through their own hard work. This is the new chapter of the Jolie family, a story of healing, autonomy, and the courage to rewrite a lineage in a light they created themselves.